Welcome to the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round, live from Walker Park. A double header out here today. First up, kicking off with the Women's Match of the Round between the Mitcham and North Ringwood, a big Division 3 clash. Josh Ward here alongside Scott Hardy in the call chair, and joining us off the bat is Mitcham assistant coach Simon Greeley. Thanks for joining us before this big game, Simon.
Pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
How are the girls feeling about this contest as well? Because it's the first time that Mitcham take on North Ringwood, their development team.
Yeah, so the girls are pretty excited about the game today. We know we're respecting all the oppositions, and we've been a little bit up and down, so we're trying to find that consistency. But yeah, the girls are really excited. They love playing on their home deck, and looking forward to a good game.
And that was my next question, actually. The start to the season has been a little bit up and down. You've had some great performances, particularly out here, and obviously last week going down to Heathmont. So what have you made of the season so far?
Yeah, well, Heathmont were very strong. They were a very strong physical team, and they put us to the sword early and made us pay. So they're a very good team. Yeah, we've been a bit up and down, so yeah, we are trying to find that consistency. We've had a couple of injured players along the way too. Most teams have that, this time of year. But yeah, we are looking to be following through on the instructions from the coach, Jess. She's doing a great job. But yeah, we're really looking forward to showing what we can really do today.
And Simon, it's an interesting thing, isn't it, footy, how it turns around from season to season. Last year we were actually here just before finals against Mooroolbark, and at that stage your against score for points against was 118. Currently this year it's already at 258. Is that just sort of trying, has something changed in that off-season in personnel, or has it just been you're finding the competition probably more even this season?
Yeah, so I'm new to this league and I'm new to this comp, so I'm finding out about how things work. But yeah, last year they were very, very strong defensively. But yeah, we're come up a division, so you're expecting to play better teams, better players. And yeah, so we've come across that. So you're still working on defensive structures. Our on-ballers are working really hard to keep the ball in our forward line, but it doesn't always work that way, as you know.
No, it doesn't. But how are you finding also having Jess now out on the park? Obviously last season missed with injury, and now she's back. I spoke briefly with her, and she said she's really enjoying her footy. Are you finding it? How are you finding it, I guess, as the assistant to sort of relay those messages?
Yeah, so I'm one of the assistants, so we've got a bit of a team there. So no, it's fantastic having Jess on the ground. She's a great leader. She's a great player. She's a great person. So I'm really, really pleased to be part of this team. Yeah, she's doing a great job on the ground, and so we're just helping her out, trying to get those messages right, getting them consistent as well. So the girls can play at their best.
And is she herself finding it a little bit harder or different or better being out there and being able to direct that message?
I think that she'd probably prefer to be on the ground and doing her thing out there. But I guess when you're focusing on your own game, it can be hard to focus on everyone else.
Yep.
But, so I guess that's what we're there for. But yeah, I think she'd much prefer to be on the ground playing, and she's doing a great job with that.
And how are you enjoying your time out here at Mitcham? Obviously, as you mentioned, just joined the club this season. Yes,
I'm really loving it. I've been welcomed really well by the club, so I'm very grateful for that. I've got my experience is sort of junior footy and school footy, so being open women's footy is a bit different. So I'm really enjoying the challenge, and hopefully I'm helping out the team and helping out the club.
Yeah, and just on the club in general, which is in a really good position, it must be a great time. And what's that connection like between the men's side and the women's side as well?
Yeah, so there's lots of connections between the two. It's great so training runs, we share the ground obviously. The meals on Thursday night, there's a really good connection there. There's a huge social function the other week. So yeah, some really good things happening there. And yeah, all the teams are working hard to do their best on the ground, and there's a heap of work gets done in the background. The committee, all those helpers, volunteers doing a great job also. It's a really great place to be.
And just on the women's side, there's a couple of familiar names, players that have played in higher up divisions. Georgia Fairbairn won, Brittany Wolfe coming across to the club. Obviously, Jess Grace coming back into the lineup. And how much have Fairbairn and Wolfe in particular made an impact on some of those younger players that might be new to footy or new to the club?
Yeah, well, we do have a lot of players who haven't played before. So they're new to football, new to the club, which is fantastic, and they're developing really well. But yeah, players like Georgia, Brittany, and Jess are doing a great job showing the younger players how to do it and what's required to play at a good level, at a high level.
And who are some of those younger players to keep a close eye on today? Hate to put you on the spot.
Well, Ines is an exciting winger. She's got a bit of zip, bit of speed, so she's doing some really great things. Paige, I believe, is only 17. She's doing a fantastic job for us every week. Really tough and hard at the footy. And yes, I hate to individualise. I know Fog's doing a great job in the back line. She's doing a great job for us down there. I know she wanted to mention. But yeah, lots of really good players, and yeah, all working hard in the one direction, trying to be a really good team.
Yeah, and they're definitely on the right track at the moment. Well, we better let you go, Simon. We really appreciate your time.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
No, our pleasure having you on. Good luck for today, and good luck for the rest of the season as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to Simon Greeley, the assistant coach there for the for Mitcham, of course, being coached by Jess Grace. As from one side we move to another, and I think it's Rachel Ikone joining us. Rachel Ikone, the inaugural Ikone.
We were talking about that.
We've had some confusion definitely with pronouncing that last name, but Rachel.
That's been my whole life, so don't worry about that.
Thank you so much though for joining us before this big contest. And how are the girls feeling? It's a big game, obviously. North Ringwood, the first time the women's sides, or one of the women's sides, has met Mitcham.
Yeah, the girls are definitely in high spirits today. They're up and about, so it's always good signs to see that throughout the warm-up. So I think looking forward to the game for sure.
And how are you enjoying, how are the girls enjoying being a part of playing senior footy, some of them playing senior footy or footy for the first time, being a part of a pretty competitive division?
Yeah, well, we've got actually quite a few girls that haven't played footy at all, and they're really showing up. I think they're doing really, really well. Got a lot of girls that have come up from under 18s, and I think it was a bit of a shock to the system at the start, going from under 18s to playing women that can be a lot bigger than them. But yeah, they're taking it on. They're doing really, really well. So yeah, it's been great.
And how are you finding having that depth? You're obviously running two sides, which is amazing for the club to have that in place.
Yeah.
How are you finding that sort of transition, fluctuating between the Div 1, Div 3 and finding those players and that mix?
Yeah, I think it's giving us a lot of opportunity to give girls, a chance to play really high standard of footy, and giving those girls that kind of could either be on the brink of, the senior team. So yeah, to give them the opportunity to just have a go at a little bit higher division. It's really, really going well, and I think the improvement between the girls from the start, even just the start of the season to now, having that depth is really helping the girls kind of that a little bit lower standard really improving. It's bringing them up because we have such a high standard, throughout training and stuff as well. So yeah, it's been great.
And with those standards, you obviously played, and now you're stuck on the sideline. How are you finding that sort of, being there, and not probably the frustration of wanting to be out there?
It's getting a little bit easier, I'd say, because I've kind of accepted the fact that I'm not going to be playing this year. But yeah, it's definitely hard. There's been a few times we've been short on numbers, and I've been tempted just to, throw the jersey on and get out there and just, sit in the forward pocket or something and not do much. But it's been a bit. It's been hard. I think, playing sport my whole life, and then this not actually being my choice not to play has, been a big shock to the system, and a bit sad, but that's all right. I'm still really excited to be involved in the footy club, and I'll be back next year. So
well, that's pleasing to hear that you will be back for that.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's just footy, that you get the ins and the outs. You've obviously got Chloe Rice out today.
Correct.
Is that with injury, or is that just sort of personnel sort of thing?
That's just I know work factors into a lot of the girls sometimes when they can't play. We have a few girls in uni doing placement and whatnot, so life sometimes has to come before, footy, so that's okay. We've got numbers, so it's not great when we have girls not playing, but we've got the numbers, so it doesn't affect us too much. So we've still got a few on the bench.
And then you're getting in on the flip side. You've got Tamara Matecic coming back in, so that'll be a big part for the ruck contest.
Yeah,
and stuff.
Definitely. She's been in the ruck, our most dominant ruck, I'd say, last season, and she was playing in the senior girls at the start of the year. She went away for a few weeks overseas, so she's come back up through the two, so she'll be really handy today for sure.
And there's a couple that have also played in the Division 1 lineup, like Corrine Mallenfant and Tegan McInerney.
Yep.
How much are they helping out some of those younger players, some of those players new to senior footy or new to footy?
Yeah, just to have girls with that bit of experience behind them, it really helps push the younger girls coming up, or the more inexperienced girls. Just a bit of guidance as well, just even placement across the field, you know, having a girl being like, oh no, just come back a little bit, or, you know, push out to the wing a little bit. It's good. I think the girls really look up to this kind of girls that have been around a little bit longer for that kind of guidance. So yeah, it's great.
And who are some of those new girls to keep a close eye on today? Again, I put Simon on the spot before from Mitcham, and I hate to do it for you, but is there any?
Yeah, so we've got Marley. I think she's starting across half back today. She has been a real asset to our team this year. She's never played before, but she comes from more of an athletic background, so she's got a lot of speed and just, yeah, she's a bit of a pocket rocket, which is awesome. We've got Charlie, who's down forward. She's never played either. She comes from a running background, so she's also got a lot of speed, and she's got great hands. So
is that Charlie Power you're talking
Correct,
about?
yeah.
She's obviously kicked 4 goals for you as well this season. It was actually, sorry to cut you off, but it sort of right into the question, because obviously you've got Shannon Harris, who's leading goal, up there leading goal scorer. But then what happens then? Yeah, does it allow Charlie to sort of step in that position if Shannon's off, or McInerney as well?
Yeah, definitely. So Shannon actually was away last week, and it gave Charlie a good opportunity to really get out there and spread her wings, and she ended up kicking 3 goals. So, I mean, it's even better having both of them in this week, so hopefully both of them can get a few.
It's definitely a scary proposition up in that forward line. And just back to a coaching side of things, you've obviously got Jake Ireland, who's coaching the Division 1 side. How helpful has he been, just given he's had that experience coaching the under-18 girls and now coaching the North Ringwood Div 1 side? Yeah,
he's been really helpful. I mean, I haven't done this before, so just kind of getting a bit of guidance from him. We've also got Phil, who's like our assistant coach. He's been really helpful. He's actually here helping me today, so to have kind of them behind me and almost guiding me on, you know, what to say or what to do, it's been really helpful, because I don't think I'd be able to do it on my own.
Well, Rachel, we really appreciate your time before this game, and good luck today, and good luck for the rest of the season as well. It's an exciting time seeing North Ringwood Red for the first time.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Rachel. Thank you to Rachel Ikone there. I think she was the leading goal kicker last season in the Div 1 side, but it's unfortunate she's sidelined, but it's still great to see her coaching the Division 3 side or the new Division 3 side for North Ringwood, as I probably introduce you to the broadcast for the first time. Hello to you, Scotty.
G'day, Josh. How are you, mate?
I'm good. How are you? Are you excited for this game?
Look, I am, and it's pleasing to see that, you know, like I was saying, is probably last time I did a proper sort of call was actually in this same spot, and like I said, with Mitcham and Murrelbach. And so, you know, you sort of look at seasons, and I touched on with Simon sort of that change and how much it can make a difference, and obviously that's something that Mitcham are struggling with is their defence. They're finding the goals, you know, relatively all right, but they probably just need a little bit more of a competitive score. And it's interesting to see that the leading goal scorers in Mitcham and North Ringwood, top 1 and 2, but really down the bottom of the ladder both sides, without having that being able to kick that competitive score.
Yeah, well, I think mainly their score of points against would have dropped down a little bit. In their game against Moorbuck, I think they conceded 44, and last week against Heathmont Mitcham they conceded 58. But yeah, it's still a little concerning. They definitely do have the attacking weapons. Like when you got Georgia Fairbairn, who's kicked 101 goals in 49 senior games in the AFNL across 3 different clubs. There's definitely not going to be too many issues in that forward line. And when you've got the likes of Jess Grace, the coach, who I think is playing a bit more forward with Hannah Lynette in ruck and plenty of other options, the scoring is going to be, or definitely not going to be too much of an issue for the Tigers.
No, and it's just, they're very similar sides if you look at sort of those stats. You know, if you compare the scoring and what they've had sort of throughout the season, the same with their sort of backline. But, you know, interesting obviously to talk to Rachel and have now both those players in Charlie being present to play alongside and sort of see how that tandem sort of works, and whether they can kick more of a score, and at least it allows them for a bit more option if one player is off their game, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it definitely does. It's always handy, no matter senior men's, senior women's, if you've got a good spread of goal kickers, it's always going to hold you in good stead. We've seen how it's held, you know, the likes of Roeville in Premier Division men's, and obviously there's Baronia as well in the Div 1 Premiership and Eastern Devils as well in the Premier Division women's. It obviously holds sides in really good stead having that spread of goal kickers. The under-19s is still going on, by the way, in Mitcham. they're top of the Div 119s, and they look set to stay that way, 10.8.68, leading Park Orchards 3.8.26 with a minute and a half left. So we might be slightly behind time for this contest.
I'm glad you pointed that, because they've got we were talking about the new scoreboard, and I was sort of looking to the right because I saw it was a stoppage of play, and I thought it was 10:34, and I was like, geez, we've got 10 minutes to to get through, and I was like, oh wait, it's on the left, so I'll adjust to that. So if I call the wrong time, please pull me up for it. But really, it's such a good ground to come down to, isn't it, Josh? And we both said that, just to call it and watch what's a really good brand of footy in what's already looking like a really nice day. I sort of saw the weather, and I was like, I think they were saying it was going to be like 13 degrees or something. I was like, oh, I'll bring the beanie and I'll bring a few gloves and stuff, but I'm thinking that I'm not even need the jacket or the beanie.
Yeah, well, I've got the long sleeve, and I've still got the beanie on. I like to wear the beanie, and it's the Fight MND beanie as well. It's Fight MND community round this weekend across the EFNL, which is always terrific. So there'll be teams they'll wear the Fight MND socks. Obviously there'll be coaches wearing the Fight MND beanie. As I mentioned, I've got mine on. I'm noticing a couple in the crowd wearing Fight MND beanies, and I do have to admit they're one of my favourite beanies going around. So it's set to be a good day.
It is, and it's a really big clash for both these sides in Mitcham and Ringwood North Red. Like in when you look at the ladder, it just keeps North Ringwood sort of well within the fight. They would, if they get the win today, they would go to 8 points. There's the siren at the end of this match, and Mitcham have taken out a comfortable win against Park Orchards, 10.8.68 to 3.8.26. But yeah, going back to that, if Mitcham then get the win, they go to 12 points, and it leaves North Ringwood sort of on 4, alongside Croydon North Emlock, and I think Croydon North Emlock have got a decent contest. Yeah, they've got Buildup.
Yeah,
so if you're looking at that, you would say, okay, they're probably not going to get the 4 points. So that allows then North Ringwood to sort of jump just that little bit ahead, which is crucial for them. And I think, like we were saying to both coaches, it's probably just trying to find that mix. And I think probably for North Ringwood more so, just because now they've got those both sides sort of running. They're getting a lot of new women into their team, finding what works for them, and like I said, we've seen sort of Mitcham come into this division and sort of battle at the moment with just those scores that are getting scored against them.
Yeah, I definitely agree on that point of getting the right mix. Obviously, particularly heading into the last month, if either side wants to make a run for finals. Obviously, Mitcham, I still think they're a definite chance to do so, because there's a lot of talent in the lineup. But yeah, if they just need to get that mixture right, and it'll be interesting to see how they go with that. As North Ringwood Red, they are now onto the park. We're just awaiting Mitcham to come on to the ground, but as they do come onto the ground now, led by their captain Georgia Fairbairn, who I'm excited to see. I haven't seen her play, and I've only seen that Mitcham Moorbark match of the round late last year. I only caught, I think it was a half or a quarter of that game. I haven't seen Mitcham in full live, so I'm really looking forward to do so, because they're a side that I've grown to respect ever since they've joined the women's competition in 22.
Yeah, and from note, I think George had a very quiet day that day, and so that allowed Moorbark to get that win. So, that's what I was sort of saying. They're probably, if North Ringwood can sort of shut her down, it's just trying to find those other options up forward that we spoke about, and it's just sort of whether, obviously Riley Holloway or Kelsey Simmons as well, like they've both been able to score goals. It's just where that sort of transition sort of happens from, and obviously we're talking about Jess Grace, a star player, and interesting to see her, because obviously we didn't get to see her play last year with the injury, as we spoke about, and how that sort of how she sort of dictates play now on the field. It's probably been good that she's had that option as coach on the sideline, like Rachel's sort of going through now. We're trying to find that rhythm. She's had that year, and now can go out onto the park and play and direct her players as she sees fit. Whereas Rachel sort of on the flip of the coin, it's just a mirror image of what was last year.
Yeah, I was about to say maybe that she would have learnt a bit of Jess Grace, and maybe she could do so today, Rachel Ikone, because you never know, next season she'll probably be back, and who knows, she could either be playing in the Division 3 side or be an assistant coach in the Division 1 side. It wouldn't surprise me for North Ringwood.
Yeah, it'd be interesting, wouldn't it, to see sort of what she does sort of with that option, whether she likes that bond that she forms with the girls this year, and, you know, thinks, well, I can stay on as coach and keep playing in this sort of, you know, in the Div 3 sort of side, and see how that works for her.
As the toss has just been done, Ruby Crow has won it for North Ringwood. They'll be kicking to the left of your screen, or to, I think we'll call it the old scoreboard now out here at Mitcham. It's still going really well. It's one of my favourite scoreboards going around. And Mitcham will be kicking to the Maroondah Highway end or to the right of your screen as we're just about to get set. We might be starting this game close to 10:40 as well, which is something I enjoy, which is something I definitely don't mind. But it's going to be a good contest. We'll cross down now, actually, to Kate Green on ground level. Kate, welcome to the broadcast for the first time. How is it down there?
Good morning, gentlemen. The ground is nice and firm, but still cold overnight, so there is still a remaining dew. Apologies for my voice. I have tonsillitis.
That's all good. That's all good, Kate. You'll continue to do a terrific job down on ground level, as she always does each and every week, because both teams going through their final warm-ups at this stage. Let's get a tip, because we'll quickly go around the grounds before this game, because there were a couple of early games that took place. But your tip for this game, Scott?
Yeah, look, it's like I said, both sides I just think are mirror images of each other, and it's where they find those sort of scoring options. I think the given factor is probably that it's the home game for Mitcham. I think that obviously they know how to play their ground very well. They've been playing here for an extended period of time. So I have to lean towards Mitcham. I think it's going to be a really tight contest. I don't think it'll be a huge sort of scoring affair. I think they'll both want to sort of shut it down quite quickly. So I'm going Mitcham by about probably, I'll say 7 points.
Yeah.
I'll give you an exact score, maybe? No. I should have gone a 6.
I was about to say I am tempted to do an exact score, but I'm going to tip.
I'll go 47-40.
I am going to tip a similar margin. I'll go 1 to 2 goals, just to, going in Mitcham's favour. I still rate them pretty highly as we go down to Kate Green on the boundary.
I too think it's going to be a close game, but I think it's going to be less than a goal, because they're both in the same position at the moment, just with players out and new players into the team. So I think it's going to be really, really close.
It is going to be really close indeed. Thank you to Kate Green. I should have asked before for your tip, but we're all set here as teams get their final messages from their captain, or from their coaches, I should say. Rachel Ikone out there for North Ringwood. Jess Grace obviously out there for Mitcham as we get set for this.
Oh, sorry, Josh. Just looking forward to those matchups. Who's going to get onto Fairburn? Who's going to go to Harris? Like I said, Charlie Power as well. For some of these players, they wouldn't have seen her or played against her. So interesting to see the matchups as they go.
It certainly will be, as both Harris and Fairbairn are starting as the two deepest forwards. So we'll keep a close eye on that. And Jess Grace herself starting at the centre half forward. It'll be Hannah Lynette, who looks like she's going to go up in a ruck. We're all set here for the Deakin Uni women's match of the round, and it's going to be, we wait for the umpire to hold the ball aloft. Scott Hardy to get us underway.
Thanks, Josh. We're just waiting for a little bit of siren and probably a player or two to get off the ground. And shouldn't be too far underway here, as we've got Maticic coming into the ruck here, and we're kicking off at Walker Park. It goes up to the ruck. Good start there. Maticic, nice tap down. Welcome back. Mitcham get it at hands. Big tackle, and the umpire says, I'll have it. So we haven't advanced much further, but pleasing to see Maticic back in the ruck. And then she gets her own ball here, goes to try and hand it, gets tackled, no free, gets it again. So she's doing plenty around her own ruck work. Keep tapping it on. Ringwood trying to pick it up. Scrappy little ball here at the moment. Maticic pulls another tackle, so she's thrilled to be back, Josh.
Yeah, definitely seems like she is. As I'm noticing the matchups in North Ringwood's forward half, It's going to Shannon Harris. Has I think she's got Meg Sarong for company for Georgia Fairbairn. I think it's Kareen Malenfant for company as well, Scotty. So keep a close eye on those matchups.
Thanks, Josh. So we really haven't progressed much further, Tom, from left of screen to right of screen, and we're back just shy of centre. Ruck at it. Good placement by Matetic in front there. Can't get rid of it cleanly, but it falls straight to Ringwood's feet. Pick up it there. Mitcham again, scrappy underneath. We don't go much further.
So we get this ball tossed back up in the middle of Walker Park, or as it's known by the Mitcham faithful, the MCT of the East. Matetic with the tap down. Doesn't advance any further, and Matetic just pushed out her opponent legally. It spills out now for Brittany Wolf. She can't get clean possession, and umpire will call for her. Once again in the middle of Walker Park, so a minute and a half gone. Haven't advanced too far.
Lynette tapped it down. Sorry, Josh, I was going to say Lynette needed to work out that body position, which she worked out well now, using a little bit of pace to go forward for Mitcham. Trying to apply the tackle, but out here, North Ringwood again, capable hands it straight to the Mitcham player in Lynette. Big tackle there by North Ringwood there. I'm just seeing number 56. I can't see that on our list. Is that...
I don't think we have it. I was about to say, I don't think we have a number 56.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll get Kate to get on that. North Ringwood number 56. As I say, that's... we get a mark in the forward line as the player we alluded to, Georgia Fairbairn, about probably 30, what's the line there, 45, so I'd say probably 35 out, straight in front. So it could be the first goal of the day for Mitcham and for Georgia's account. Here's the first time we see it, Josh. Really good kicking action, very nice off the boot. It just falls slightly short, so North Ringwood down, going to the rebound out of defence here through Knox. She takes it on, but too far, I think. Yeah, it's run too far. And it seems to be the current theme of umpires, doesn't it, Josh, at the moment?
They are.
So unfortunately, it fell short, and a really good contest there by Alison Knox to take it on. But yeah, just put those too many steps too far. And I just might need the binos there, Josh, just to see who got the free kick.
Oh, I'm trying to get it.
She's facing us, and it's got the ponytail blocking the number as well, but directly... missed anyway, off to the side and behind there for Mitcham. I think it was
number
Clark.
5.
Yeah, I was going to say Madison Clark. Thank you, Kate.
It did look like a number 5. So we have the first score on the board. It's just the one behind to Mitcham. North Ringwood yet to score as we await for this ball to be taken back into play by Alison Knox, who looks like she's got pace to burn based on that last play.
She does.
She's been marked down on our team sheet as an X factor. As we still await for this ball. Usually we've got a decent...
You've got the lads in the back of the ute. They're just sitting around and not offering any assistance.
Usually
it might be under the ute, as far as I'm aware.
This is...
Now a few players have gone to... No, they're just going into the
there
car, so we get it back. Not a bad effort. So if you're listening, lift up behind there, lads, and help us out, because that took a good 20 seconds off the clock.
As Alison Knox takes this kick in. Usually there's a decent contingent of Mitcham supporters out there, but there wasn't in that case. As North Ringwood, they're able to take this mark on the far side, back pocket, right in front of the brand new scoreboard out here at Walker Park.
Boundary.
Just slowly moving it across down to Kate Green on the boundary.
Okay, on our sheet we have Charlie Power down as 46. She's actually 54.
Thank you there to Kate Green. So just a slight number change for Charlie Power. As
Are you saying 56, Kate? Because I can still see the 56 out there, just straight in front of you on the 20 for Mitcham.
Okay, I'll find that out.
As they go inside mid-50, in the meanwhile, North Ringwood, it spills out the back. They might get a shot on goal, they do, and they have the first goal on the board. So we're just waiting to see a number. I think I saw a number 3, or is it a...
37, was it Harris?
I'm not 100% sure. I don't think it was Harris, but it's still a goal to North Ringwood Red. They have the first on the board. 1 straight 6. Mitcham 1 behind, 5 minutes played here.
Yeah, we get a bit of sun in our face here as well, so struggling to pick out the numbers without the screen. So apologies. We're just trying to suss out a few numbers as well. Like I said, this is the first time we've seen a few of these players, new inclusions, but we're back at the centre of the bounce. Here we go again. A good jump there by Lynette to win, but good tackle as well by Lynette. Can't go much further. Mitcham trying to ease it out. Just puts it on the boot. 2 seconds. Kate as Holloway kicks it. Tap on there by North Ringwood. Tackle apply. I thought it was a throw, and the umpire thought the same thing, and we'll go boundary side.
DeMarco we have as 47 is actually 56.
Thank you, Kate. I knew you'd be all over it there.
It's North Ringwood Red get this free kick. The half-forward flank they go. There is that last goal kicker from before. There's a kick forward by Mitcham. They try to clear their defensive lines through the Tigers, but North Ringwood
boundary
holding up well. Go down boundary side to Kate Green.
The goal kicker for North Ringwood was McInerney, 31, Tegan.
Thank you, Kate. So one of the key forwards for North Ringwood getting on the scoreboard early, and that's a good confidence booster is Matetic. Just tapped it backwards to green grass, and Mitcham will be able to run onto it. They get a handball away. Holloway with the kick. She's looking for Paige Frost, who got ahead of her opponent. I was about to say that it's going to be a ball up. It looks like there's a number 55 out there on the ground as well. So
Are going to test Kate out today, are we?
I know one person in the media team that would just love all
Boundary.
these number changes. Kate Green, boundary side.
And this is after I already checked all the numbers.
Thank you to Kate.
Is that 55
for North Ringwood?
North Ringwood.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, back to North Ringwood.
There is that number 55 that got the clearing kick. It'll go out of bounds. Last possession rule.
Yeah.
Free kick to the Tigers of Mitcham.
Thanks, Josh. So we're on the far side of the wing here at Walker Park. Mitcham throws on the boot, nice kick up and under, through hands there of Grace. Unfortunately, it trickles out. Umpire says, I'll have it. Didn't appear to be last touch, so I'd say it's ball up, which it is. Still just to the left of the new scoreboard that we've admired from the start here. Good use of the ball by Matetic. And it's going to have to work out a way around that. Best attacking plan. Play a stack on it.
Well, I'm definitely going to admire the new scoreboard, by the way, because it's directly in front of us.
It works well for us. It works well. Keep an eye on that play over there. Straight into Mitcham's forward line here. Picked up, throws it on the boot. Where's the leading target? Fairbairn, but it falls straight in front to North Ringwood, and they just throw it on the boot. Or spoiled mark there, and I thought Mitcham were about to bounce straight back in as we go boundary side of Kate Green.
Number 55 is actually on our team sheet as 48, Indiana Crombie.
Down the bottom there, so we've worked out that. That makes it a lot easier anyway, Kate, so thank you very much. And we've got a free kick towards North Ringwood Red on the far side of the ground.
So they take this free kick, look to go to the half-forward flank. There's players out the back if they have the numbers. North Ringwood. There's plenty of tackles applied, and we get another ball up. Half-forward flank right outside the 45-metre arc for the Saints. Matetic took it out of ruck. The clearance to North Ringwood, looking there for Shannon Harris, who somehow managed to garnish a handball away. A handball, well, I think I was looking for Tegan McInerney. It spills out to Stevie Bailey. One of the inclusions this week is plenty of players surrounding this ball, and North Ringwood have a loose. It's a goal! And it's another number
Charlie Power, 54.
It is Charlie Power. I was about to say it's another number we don't have.
No.
But it's Charlie Power.
No, don't do that to me.
We sorted it out, Kate. We sorted it out.
I've learned my lesson. I need to put the numbers on the right side. But it's Charlie Power with her first. North Ringwood with their second. 2 straight 12. Mitcham 1 behind. Just under 10 minutes played here in the first quarter.
We spoke about her, Josh, you know, just being that sort of different X factor for North Ringwood. She's got very good pace as well from there, and a really nice kick to finish it with that pace behind her. So she might be a challenge for Mitcham. Just have to find that matchup. I think the matchup for Meek Sarong for Mitcham is working well for her down back there. She was unlucky not to get a free, but we're back into the centre. And North Ringwood applying that tackling pressure, just can't get it sort of forward from here. Mitcham also applying that tackle, and the umpire will have to say, I'll have it.
It looks like Fogarty may have actually moved to Charlie Power now, so they might have already switched the magnets, just Grace.
Yeah, as you can on the fly on the field there. So stab at the ball, just North Ringwood tapping it through hands. Matetic or possibly gave a free kick. Yeah, pushing the back. Just probably used that the hands straight into the middle there of Hannah Lynette. So Lynette on the boot, kicks it a bit up and under, but enough to go into Mitcham's forward line. Oh, good mark there, and that's taken by Holloway, I think.
It is Holloway.
Thank you. So their son's just on the white numbers on the back, just testing it without the binos. I might have to get them out at quarter time. So she's probably about 35 as well, maybe 30, on just straight in front. Throws it on the boot, just slightly up and under. Might have the carry, which it does. Yeah, the umpire, no, or is saying touch? No, goal. Riley Holloway for Mitcham. So they're on the score sheet. A nice goal. That win sort of felt like it was going to fall short, and it continued to carry. So Mitcham 1-1-7 to North Ringwood, 2 goals 0-12.
Both sides showing their attacking potential in the early stages of this contest, so we could be in for a potential high-scoring contest between two sides. So it'll be very eager for a win out here at Walker Park. 12 minutes gone, 5 points the margin. Matetic with the big tap down. Lynette might follow up. No, it's Brittany Wolf instead. Got a Paddock in front of her, looking for Riley Holloway, who's moved up to the half-forward flank. Grace, she nearly latches onto that ball. There's just plenty of players get around it now, and umpire will call for a ball up. So Mitcham, after that last attack forward, they get another chance inside forward 50. It'll be Jess Grace up against Matetic now. Matetic with the tap down, the backwards tap there by McInerney, or attempted. It's North Ringwood who will clear here through Emily Kane. High up and under kick to the far side. Who's going to win? Jasmine Thomas gets clean possession, but was wrapped up immediately. Umpire will call for it just outside the 45-metre arc from Mitcham.
And DeMarco has just come on the field. She was out, so there I thought if North Ringwood had the space, she was going to find a real open paddock. So she's still on her own. No one sort of manned her up, and so we get a free kick to North Ringwood, just in Mitcham's half back line. So it looks to near side here. Good mark there by Thomas. Thomas just assessing options straight in the centre of the ground. Got a few running players. Comes to the commentary side here, but unfortunately also straight through hands of Cesari. Mitcham throw it on the boot. No, North Ringwood just trying to push numbers forward to get it forward through O'Neill. Neil just kicks it up and under, taking a nice little mark there by Emily Kane. Hands it off. Player throws on the boot. Contest in front. Good strong mark there by North Ringwood. And yeah, sorry, it's Shannon Harris. Sorry, that was should have called it earlier. Leading goal scorer. You would think, I won't put the Moz on. She's probably 25 in front. And takes it, steps close on the mark. Yes, they're calling it already, and that's a goal for Harris. That's her first underway. So, like you said, Josh, nice free-flowing footy scoring options coming at plenty.
Don't mind this one. Yeah, we've seen that the last couple of games, and I'm enjoying it in these early stages. It's 3 straight 18 North Ringwood red. Mitcham 1-1-7. Just quickly, some scores around the ground. The final score from Premier Division, Mount Evelyn defeating the Basin 29-13 in Surrey Park. Continuing their undefeated start to the season, knocking off Ringwood 77-0 out at Surrey Park. As back up in the middle we go. Matetic got the second tap down. O'Neill wrapped up. She's wrapped up again, this time by Sinead de Predines. We get this ball tossed up.
Tetch's off. I think they've moved Stevie Bailey into the ruck for the moment. So Bailey taps it down on the far side. North Ringwood just can't get clean hands. Now they do. Throws it, tries to throw it on the boot, doesn't go too far, and tackling pressure has been applied. So Stevie Bailey moved up from that wing position. Omatechich has a rest and still got Lynette in the ruck.
Good opportunity for Lynette here to get on top.
Correct, Josh. And then she does. Nice tap down. Goes towards her player in Holloway. Good mark there in a Clark. probably too far out, so just throws on boot. Nice leading mark there by Fairbairn. What a strong mark. And she's causing a little bit of headache down there for North Ringwood.
It was just a little too much space there from Corrine Mullenfan. Just got off the mark quicker there, did Fairbairn. And
it was just that ruck contest by Lynette, just had that matchup, so Mitcham will be key for North Ringwood in that ruck. Fairbairn on the boot, really nice kick. That's as straight as you like, and a good goal for Georgia. And that takes the score to 2-1-13 as the sponsors and goals come up with the score. So I'll go to the old scoreboard of 3 straight, 18, North Ringwood in front. There's no sponsors on the left side, so I might have to remember that one.
Kicked 16 goals now this season, Georgia Fairbairn. 9 goals now for Shannon Harris as well. The 2 leading goal kickers in Division 3 is back up in the middle we go. Stevie Bailey with the tap down and a clearance there again for North Ringwood. Charlie Power becomes the tackler there on Meek Fogarty. That's going to be a very interesting matchup, and we get this ball tossed back up. Lynette, again another big tap. Is Olivia Murley going to run onto this? She doesn't. Getting the kick off the ground there is the Mitcham player. Nice scoop out the back there from Tegan McInerney to no one in particular though. Lynette just stole it away from her North Ringwood opponent. DePrainies goes down the line. They're looking for Madison Clark, who'll run onto this ball. She was wrapped up there by Katarina Curry, and they're clear. They now clear to North Ringwood red. For how long though? Maybe not too long, because Mitcham have the numbers around this ball. Jamie Messenger got a handball away, but to North Ringwood opponent. Plenty of players surrounding this. One of those is Riley Holloway, who tried to shrug off Olivia Murley. Did absolutely superb, did Murley, to hang on there to Riley Holloway, and we get this ball tossed back up.
Thanks, Josh. One thing I think Lynette can do is just use that. Like, you know, she's been really good in the ruck there. I think just needs to jump into Matejic once she comes back into that ruck play, because Lynette is winning all these ruck contests, and now Mitcham getting it.
Yeah, they certainly are. As they get a free kick here. Paige Frost inside 50. Jess Grace was lurking around this ball. It falls out the back. Couldn't run onto it. Could Olivia Frost get this ball tossed back in? A late chance for Mitcham.
Last touch, so I think, so kick for North Ringwood. Which they going up at O'Neill. Oh, I thought she got it. No, umpire says play on, and just gets tackled and piled on. Unlucky to not get the mark there. I thought she had enough of it, and I thought she had first contest of it. So, I don't know, was it holding the ball?
I think it was holding the ball. Umpire quick on the whistle.
Yeah.
Much like the AFL.
DePradeni's kicking in here for Mitcham, just puts it straight at the top, which is a really nice kick. Falls to Georgia Fairbairn, just off of a step, and hits the post to the left of the goals. Unfortunate. Really nice off the boot, the little dribbler there. North Ringwood survives, so we get 2-2-14 to North Ringwood 3 straight 18. We played 18 minutes, 30 seconds into this first quarter.
So not too much longer left. There might be a late chance for either side, as there's plenty of players in the middle of ground for North Ringwood. It falls out the back to the far side wing. Lynette picks it up, got the intercept, goes looking for her coach in Jess Grace. She'll pick it up eventually, get it on the boot to the top of the goal square. No mark taken. Fairbairn doing the work on the ground. With her North Ringwood opponent wearing her like a glove. It falls out here to Madison Clark, who just chucks it on the boot. And there's a sweeper on the goal line for North Ringwood. Did that really well, did the Saints. Although in saying that, they might turn it over. They made a contest of that though. It falls out the back. It still stays in. And it's going to be a ball up. But 30 seconds left, so maybe one last chance for Mitcham, Scott.
Yeah, possibly. They've got it just outside their half-forward line. Umpire throws at it. I think the clock will probably beat him, but needs a good tap down, and Lynette does it again really well for Mitcham. So something to take from that. I think she's been one of Mitcham's best players so far. Good bump at the ball there, picks it up in Mitcham in Fogarty. Fogarty just throws on the boot up and under. North Ringwood player in front. Now Grace trying to steal it from her opposition, but umpire says I'll have it, and I think the siren will beat us before any score, Josh.
I think it will, as Jess Grace puts her hand up for this ruck contest. Nearly took it out of ruck, as there goes the siren. And entertaining.
Boundary.
We go down boundary side to Kate Green.
Okay, gentlemen, I'm having a go at doing stats, so don't hold it as gospel. Inside 50s, Mitcham 4 to North Ringwood's 5. Intercept marks are equal at 1 and 1. Tackles, Mitcham 8 to North Ringwood 9. Inside 50s, 3 to Mitcham and 3 to North Ringwood. Free kicks, 3 to Mitcham and 2 to North Ringwood. And yeah, so that's where we are, guys.
Doing a spectacular job.
Sounds
Kate.
good.
Yeah,
Sounds good stats.
It's terrific stats. You're definitely rivaling Paul Ukaine on the stats there, Kate. As
Absolutely not. Paul's the legend for that.
We might get him groundside and see how it works from ground. He does a favour sitting up here, so thank you very much, Kate.
You're doing a spectacular job as always. Down on ground level, Kate Green. We're going to go to a break. When we return, we'll have both coaches' messages, or at least one of the coaches, and we'll bring you the second quarter of action in the Deakin Uni women's match of the round between the Tigers and the Saints.
Oh.
Welcome back, Deakin Uni women's match of the round out here at Walker Park, a double header. Mitcham taking on North Ringwood Red in the Division 3 women's contest out here, and it's the Saints that lead 3 straight 18 to Mitcham 2-2-14 as Mitcham. They're just moving into position now. North Ringwood Red still in their final huddles. It looks like Kate Green's down on ground level with the Mitcham sidelines. But still a promising first quarter. We were just saying on
Boundary.
Scott, it's a free-flowing as we go down to Kate Green.
Simon, what are your thoughts on that quarter and what's the message moving forward?
It's a really even game, so they've really come to play. They're good at hitting targets and running, so we've got to shut that down a bit more. When it's in our forward line, we do look really dangerous, so we're encouraging that. We want to lock it in a bit more this quarter and try and get a bit more scoreboard reward. But no, we're really happy with the first quarter against a really good opposition, so hopefully we can keep it going.
Thanks very much, Simon.
Thank you to Kate Green down there, Scott.
Yeah, thanks, Simon, for your time there. Great that coaches apply at all quarters. We'll have a message. So go for the second half. Nice jump by Linnell. I liked it, but Matechi still won that down, but it only falls at feet as Matechi's back in the centre ruck. Good tackling pressure there by Murley for North Ringwood. Doesn't get the free, but a very good tackle. But yeah, I like that style by Lynette. Big jump at the ball here.
Yeah.
I think just needs to get away from that sort of body work and just launch at it as Matechi wins the tap, but only falls at feet for both sides. And Matechi picks it up, puts it on hands, gets it out, but picked up there by Mitcham. On the boot forward in front there was Curry, trying to get it out for North Ringwood. Good tackling pressure for Mitcham. Throws around hands there. Into the centre for Mitcham, now looking for the running player, up and under. Good tackling pressure as well, applied by North Ringwood, and goes to Matechi. She still pushes it on. Umpire's happy to let that play as it goes up and under, and North Ringwood player in front there in Crowell. Ruby kicks it on the boot, or just missed it. Oh, bouncing ball, falls at feet. Harris tries to take a swipe at it, and there's chasing after it is quick pace of Charlie Power. So nice quick start here for both sides, as we expected, and both as coach said and as we spoke about in the break. Just a free-flowing game, allowing sort of, good space and finding the 6 points.
It is definitely as free-flowing as possible as North Ringwood get another entry inside 50. There's a one-on-one on this broadcast side, half-forward flank, just bumping her opponent now. Sinead Depredine's had a really good game, and with the nice stance step, goes to her coach, Jess Grace, with the strong hands. She's got players calling for it. There's a couple of one-on-ones. There's a North Ringwood player down as well. Grace looks there for Madison Clark, but it just falls short of her. It's going to be last possession rule, a free kick going to North Ringwood, and it's going to go to Indiana Crombie, right in front of the North Ringwood red bench, looking for options down the line. She's forced to go. Grace, best position, can take the mark on the ground. Kane with the kick away. It's going to fall in the favour of Mitcham. We go down boundary side now to Kate Gray.
I have Rachel with us from North Ringwood coach. That quarter, thoughts and message moving forward?
Yeah, I think the girls had a really strong start. The message to start of the game was just to go out there, bring intensity, and just to really attack the ball, be really strong and hold our feet. And I think the girls did that. So I was really impressed with how they went. And quarter time message was just to go out, keep the same intensity up, and just be hard at the ball.
Thanks very much, Rachel.
Again, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it. As it's just straight into the back there of the North Ringwood players. We come back onto the broadcast. So free kick, as easy as you like for Murley. So outside the 45. Too far to score, is trying to find that leading option. Puts on the boot nice at the top of the square, but the spare player for Mitcham down back, looking through the options. So Mitcham going to clear out here. A good contest. Deepradini gets it possibly as it falls out over the back. Thought she had hands on it. She's got numbers around it. They can use this Mitcham if they shepherd. Oh, down, just fell at the ground. Unfortunately, Deepradini's she was about to be on. Just a slight slip and a good tackling pressure there by Murley. We've called her a bit in the second quarter, Olivia.
She's had a good... She got into the contest late as well in that first quarter, I have to admit, Olivia Murley. I was about to say, was that her getting hands on the ball? Instead it was Braunford. She's around this ball, got the tackle in. Sorry to cut you off there, Scott, as well. As Grace just taps it forward, looking there for Riley Holloway. Instead picks up her own ball with a nice one-handed pick up, Jess Grace. Inside 50 she goes, got a couple of one-on-ones. There's a player loose in Madison Clark. It doesn't reach her. It falls out the back and getting the tackle in there. I think that was Darcy Allen there on Marley Neal, and we get this ball tossed up.
Thank you. Frost applied that tackling pressure. Grace going into the ruck against Mitcham, but use the body to get it towards effect. But it only goes as far as the Mitcham player, but tackling pressure applied there. And it's by Murley again. So getting plenty of tackling pressure. Techic going up against the ruck. Lynette there tries to go in and uses that jump, which we spoke about. She don't mind it. So switching up here, just inside. The forward 50 for Mitcham. Good attack at it, Lynette. That's much better there. And use that body both sides there. Through Holloway there. Kicks it on the boot. She already kicked one. What a goal! Amazing! A brilliant, brilliant goal by Riley Holloway. Great use of the body by Lynette into Holloway, and then gets the scoring option. Exceptional.
That is an exceptional goal, and it's given Mitcham the lead. 3-2-20. North Ringwood 3 straight 18. Great call there, Scotty. It was a spectacular goal. Just pretty much put up a prayer there, did Riley Holloway. It gets her second on the board and gets Mitcham's third.
And gets Mitcham in the lead for the first time. I think it was from the start. So they're 2 points in ahead.
I was about to say, it is there for the first time they've led today. Yes, up we go again in the middle. Matecic with the tap down. Holloway, who just kicked that spectacular goal, goes inside 50. Grace with the mark. A terrific mark from the coach, who looks like she's going back. She'll kick from inside the 45-metre arc. No, she looks to set up Fairbairn, who again got ahead of her opponent. She was calling for the 25. But instead, she'll go back for the set shot here, Georgia Fairbairn, and get her second on the board and make it back, or potentially 3 goals in a row for Mitcham. I think North Ringwood might have kicked that.
No, you're right. Mitcham, the last one there.
I was about to say it might have been back-to-back goals. It will be back-to-back goals if she, in this quarter, if she does kick Georgia Fairbairn on the runway now and makes no mistakes. 3 in a row for Mitcham, 4-2-26. North Ringwood 3 straight 18, 6.5 minutes gone, second quarter.
No, you were right, Josh. So, yeah, 3 goals in a row there for Mitcham. Really turned it around from what was it's only looked good for North Ringwood. Now they're going to have to find the response. And I think a lot of this has come from that sort of centre ruck work and the use of body for Mitcham. Just waiting for the ball to come back in the centre. So a slight, it got O'Neill coming on just on the wing there. So Matecic going out at Lynette. Good jump, tap down there. Or possibly what it's holding there on Holloway, but no, umpire says play on. And she's had a nice little purple patch, Holloway, kicking that exceptional goal. And as that player alluded to, O'Neill gets a free kick. So just on the half-back line there. Kicks up and under. North Ringwood possibly can pick it up here, but good tackling pressure there. McInerney just couldn't get clean hands. It spills out to this commentary side. McInerney again gets tackled. Just still goes play on. Umpire happy to let it go. Trying to find hands on the side. Does find hands, but straight to the Mitcham player, and now gets a free kick. O'Neill having a nice little purple patch. He gets the free kick on this wing side, on the commentary side here. Throws on the boot, or just didn't go nicely, and straight to the Mitcham player in Lynette. She kicks it on the boot, leading out in front. Oh, through hands there for Clark. Can get it. It's got a little bit of space on. Oh, good tackling pressure there by Crombie. Mitcham still pushing it forward, gets it back into Clark. Clark throws it on the boot, up and under. How's it going to go? Is it going to shove it through? Goal! Mitcham! 4 goals, if you don't mind. Madison Clark with that goal. And Mitcham starting off like a house on fire in the second quarter.
They are looking the goods. The Tigers 5-2-32. Mitcham 3 straight 18. North Ringwood 8 minutes gone. Second quarter. They've opened this game up. It was already open in the first quarter, but they've broken this game open with 4 in a row. The opening 3 goals of this second quarter. What can the Saints do? Is back up in the middle we go. It might come down to Matecic getting the tap down. Instead, it's Lynette. Tries to get it up off the ground. Did Matecic. Instead, it's Mitcham who moved forward. Holloway with a legal push. Good pressure from the Tigers. And we get this ball tossed up on the edge of the cricket turf. Oh, not turf cricket. We get the synthetic cricket wicket out here at Walker Park as Lynette got front position this time, just ducked under Mitechic. The kick inside 50 from Holloway. Clark couldn't take the mark. She's got plenty of space, managed to get a handball away. It's going to be all North Ringwood at the fall of this ball, although Clark applied the really good tackle. She's there alongside Olivia Frost. It gets out here to Jess Grace, throws it on the boot. Goes out of bounds on the full. So a good...
Two players down.
There is a player down.
I think a clash of the heads there, Josh, both players, and they've already called for the trainer, so we'll just have a little bit of a stoppage in play here.
It's definitely something you don't like to see, as I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if you caught a glimpse of that, Scott, but
it was just that ball bobbling around. I didn't see the actual players. We go to ground side, Kate Green.
It was just in the process of them both being on the ground, scrabbling for the ball, and there was a collision of heads.
Yeah, there was no malice. It was just a physical sort of contest in that pocket, and both sides really wanted it.
More focused on the ball than where anybody else was.
Yeah, correct. And sort of leading that was Madison Clark. She went through her hands, and then she tried to tackle pressure, which was really good pressure for Mitcham. As we got a stoppage, obviously teams and going into the, sort of their separate sort of huddles, just working out sort of from here. So we'll have a stoppage of play. So Mitcham, look, it's probably good for North Ringwood at the moment just to, you know, just reset, see where they can go from here. They're well and truly still in the contest and can score those goals. So it's Mitcham leading 5 goals, 2-32 to North Ringwood, 3 goals straight, 18. But like we said, it's just been the Mitcham show sort of since that 16-minute mark in that first quarter. And from there, they've just kicked goal after goal. And it's really been nearly every minute. I've said the 5-minute, 6-minute mark, an 8-minute mark. So probably the stoppage just to, as much as you don't want a player to be injured and you don't want to go down in players already, I think for North Ringwood they can sort of reassess. I think, like I said to you, I really think Lynette just having that contest now, that using that height just to jump that extra bit, just to meet the ball as it's coming down, is giving Mitcham so much more look at it around the centre.
I was about to say she's adjusted to Mitechic's style. She is going that leap, and it's a really good leap on her. I was saying at the quarter-time break, maybe throw Jess Grace, who is a ruck, maybe throw her into the ruck contest, because she can definitely match it with Mitechic as the North Ringwood player.
Boundary.
Gets up off with feet. Cross down to Kate Green.
Looks like they're quite possibly getting a stretcher for the Mitcham player. It's not confirmed yet.
Which is definitely something you don't like to see. She's still down on the ground, Kate.
Number 32 for North Ringwood is just going to the bench, and they're just going to further assess her, but she doesn't look too good.
So that's Corinne Mallon-Vance, who I think has the job on Georgia Fairbairn, which is she's had her moments against Fairbairn, but it'll be interesting now if she doesn't come back on what magnets Rachel Ikone switches, who gets the job on her. It's certainly going to be interesting.
Sorry, Josh, just looking at that contest, it looked like it was possibly Olivia Frost for Mitcham.
She's getting up though, which is
not quite yet, guys. They're still assessing her.
No, that's all right. It was quite a heavy knock in the vision. We just had a look at the replay there, and yeah, it looks to be Olivia Frost to sort of come off second best in that contest. So she'll spend some time on the bench, just really obviously feeling the effects of this one. As players are still just working out, having a chat, trying to keep warm. There's been a stoppage in play for quite some time now, as we're ticking on to 13 minutes in this second quarter.
It's great to see her up on her feet though. She will obviously go under a bit of or get a concussion test, but it's terrific to see her, and terrific to see Melbourne fan to provide.
Yeah, I don't know
Boundary.
if she was involved. Yeah, Kate.
They're going to take what is it? Is it Fairbairn?
I think it was Frost, number 28.
Yeah, 28 Frost. Yep. They're going to take her to the rooms for an assessment of neck and head.
Yep.
And the North Ringwood player is on the bench, and they're doing assessments there now.
Thanks, Kate. So we're back under play now as North Ringwood had possession, so they'll kick it through. Goes to Murley. Murley tries hands through. Good running play here. Throws on the boot. There was DeMarco. Good kick on. Unfortunately, it just fell through hands of Crow. So now Mitcham can try and stack on and apply that tackling pressure. Thought they were out.
They were nearly out there, North Ringwood. They might still get an opportunity. It's on centre wing on this broadcast side. Got the perfect view of this as Grace just decide to fist it out of ruck. Becomes the tackler there on Jasmine Thomas. Big pack of players surrounding this. 3 Mitcham up against the 1 North Ringwood. And Olivia Murley is a bit of
niggle in this one with Holloway there. Murley kicks it just as only probably 10 metres and just straight into shins and then falls on it. So we get another bounce, haven't gone much further. Holloway been great around these sort of ruck contests, getting those clearances. Mateci's using her body now this time. Grace gets the tap though and wins it. Mitcham still trying to play through hands, throws it on the boot. There is Fletcher. North Ring get a good tackling pressure. Another big tackle, another player down. So plenty of fire in this one, just neither side backing away. Good tackling pressure by both sides in fairness of the game. So Mitcham got it from last touch, throws on the Grace in front, takes an easy mark, uncontested.
starting to get on top, Grace.
Yeah, she's finding a lot of it currently. She wants players to move. You can hear her on the effects mic there. Great insight, through hands, bounces out the back, tackling pressure. Oh, good tackle there by North Ringwood in Crombie, but up and under kick from the North Ringwood. That's going to be out on the full.
We were nearly in play there.
We were. There was a big kick there, so Holloway gets it. Umpire just telling North Ringwood player where to stand. Holloway plays on outside the 45. Good kick. Big up and under kick here. In front is North Ringwood through numbers here. Hopefully Knox, but can't get it out. Yeah, Knox still going out after it. Or ran into her own player. Still trying to get hands. Grace leading down, but Miteci just a kick off the ground now outside half back line. Good tackle there applied by a Dwyer for Mitcham. And the umpire says, I'll have it. So just outside Mitcham's 45. Miteci using body, good tap by Grace. Mitcham had player out there running past in Deepradines, but couldn't get it. So the umpire says, I'll have it.
Ball tossed up outside the Mitcham 50. Grace kick inside 50. Fairbairn was coming in like a freight train. Will get the kick away on goal and to the right. Missed chance there for Fairbairn and for Mitcham. 5-3, 33 to Tigers. North Ringwood 3 straight 18. 6.5 minutes gone. Second quarter.
Clark's been unlucky in that forward line. She's had a few contests and just slipped through her hands. Just kicked the 1 goal for the day. Now taking it, mark, good strong mark there by Deepradines. So outside 45, just up and under. Grace in front, she's got space from Matecic. She's starting to get that workaround from Matecic. Big kick here, 40 out, straight in front.
Go with the torp, Jess, I reckon.
You're calling the torp. She's calling a layup into the leading part of Fairbairn. Cut in front is Murley. It's been very good for North Ringwood. So it looks on the far side. She's got running players out there. Number of contests at the contest there. Big tackle. And the umpire says, I'll have it, as Dwyer couldn't get it out for Mitcham. We played 17 minutes into this second quarter. Mitcham 5-3, 33 to North Ringwood 3 straight 18. And the umpire's found a free kick and awarded towards Grace there in the ruck contest. So he's starting to now, North Ringwood have to work out how they win this ruck contest. Straight back into the forward line in front. Holloway can't get the mark. Players going at it, tackle pressure. Umpire says free kick towards North Ringwood for over the shoulder. And North Ringwood just need to sort of find these options out here as DeMarco kicks it on the far side. In front there was North Ringwood through Neil. She can fire when required, so kicks it up and under. Good use of the body there by North Ringwood. Just couldn't take clean hands. Now it's just who's got it and can I tackle without giving away the free kick.
So 18.5 minutes gone, second quarter. Tigers lead 33 to 18 as Matecic got that tap down this time around. Looks for a teammate on the wing. Balls into a pack and we get another stoppage. So possibly not too much longer left in this second quarter or this first half even. Matecic on out against Grace. On the last 2 hit outs is Matecic. It's not going anywhere though. Mitcham will be happy. Stoppage after stoppage for the final couple of minutes of this second quarter in the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round. Matetic is giving away the high free kick to Grace. That's the second one she's given away to Jess Grace, who is starting to stamp her authority. The coach on this contest goes out wide, finds a teammate. There's a player all on her own, or a couple all on their own in the middle of the ground, and one of those was Paige Frost. They'll look to load up and go inside 50 once again. The Tigers, although in saying that, they go to the half-forward flank, and it's turned over. But a great tackle there. And the free kick going to Samantha Kakamo. They'll take this kick right in the middle of Walker Park, looking for Grace inside 50. Went up against two North Ringwood opponents. Getting the bump in there was the Pradines. Been impressive this contest. This is going to be a holding free kick going to the coach, it looks like.
It was actually Holloway in that contest. Grace was on the outside of the forward, but didn't get the free kick, unfortunately. Up and under kick here now, throws on the boot. Fairbairn trying to get it out. North Ringwood, good tackling pressure, and Clark just unfortunately Siren beats it. And that's half time here at Walker Park. Mitcham leading 5-3-33 to North Ringwood 3 goals 18.
Boundary.
Boundary side to Kate Green.
Okay, clearances for that quarter. Mitcham 3 to North Ringwood 3. Inside 50 marks. Mitcham clear winner there with 5 inside 50 marks to North Ringwood 0. Intercept marks 1 for Mitcham that quarter and 4 for North Ringwood. Tackles, 10 tackles to going Mitcham way to 9 tackles North Ringwood. Inside 50s, 6 from Mitcham and 3 for North Ringwood. And 3 kicks awarded were 2 to Mitcham and 4 to North Ringwood. So tackle-wise, very even.
Certainly is. Plenty of pressure applied, but still a very free-flowing contest out here. Broke open there for Mitcham in that second quarter, breaking out to a 15-point lead, but still plenty of time left for North Ringwood Red to get back into this contest. I'm not giving up hope on them because they showed in that first quarter they can score quickly, Scotty.
Yeah, they can, and just be disappointed with that second quarter. Unfortunately, it just didn't go to plan, and obviously Mitcham made a few sort of changes there and started to work out their matchups a little bit better. North Ringwood just couldn't get it into their forward line as easy as they did in that first quarter. And so, yeah, obviously Mitcham responded and kicked straight, kicked really good goals where they had the opportunity to present themselves. So a big third quarter coming up for North Ringwood and for Mitcham to keep that lead.
They call it the premiership quarter for a reason, and they need to be playing like premiers in the third quarter, North Ringwood. But again, still not giving up hope on them. It'll be certainly a fascinating second half. We're going to go to a break here in the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round. When we return, bring you the third quarter of action out here in the Division 3 clash between Mitcham and North Ringwood.
I'm very shaky on is the job of clearances. Sorry? I still know still. Underneath. It's not been clean
It doesn't even have to be known for the same hire. It's more a case of doesn't get out and from that hire. Last touch rule. Yeah, that's not really. It is, but it's yeah. Yeah.
Where's this being broadcast to?
To YouTube and Facebook.
YouTube and Facebook.
Yeah, if you give me a couple of minutes, I'll actually, no, this is easy.
That's right, I'll find it.
Yeah,
It's on YouTube.
yeah, just football, footy, EFNL, football or Eastern Football Network League. I think it is.
That's the one, yeah.
Just
Okay.
search.
I'll find it. It's all good.
If you don't, just I'm up in the box.
Okay, thanks.
Welcome back. Deakin Uni women's match of the round out here at Walker Park. Double header. The Eastland match of the round to follow later between Mitcham and Park Orchards, first versus third in the Division 1 clash. The informed Tigers going head to head as we go down to Kate Green on the boundary.
Rachel, second quarter a little bit tough for you. You were pretty even in tackles against Mitcham. Moving forward, what's the message for the girls?
I think to just be a little bit harder at the ball. Mitcham are a really strong team, so we just need to kind of match that and beat them to the ball. First hands on the ball, I think, we'll do all right. So just to keep the intensity up, just lift a little bit and get around each other.
And the player that was involved in the head knock, how is she?
Yeah, Corinne, she's okay. She won't go back on this game, but we're hoping it's nothing too serious. She says she's feeling okay, just a bit of ice to the head, and she should be all right.
Okay, thanks very much, Rachel.
Thank you to Craig Green there, so just confirmation. Corinne Mellon fans.
Kate Green, not Craig.
Kate, I thought I said Kate. Maybe just trying to amalgamate the Kate Green.
And guys, I don't have my umbrella and it's slightly spitting.
It's looking very grey off to the right of screen. It's blue on the other side, so maybe duck around to the other side to stand in some sunshine, because this side is copying it at the moment.
Oh, I've got the radar out there. It looks like it might just be a shower, so but not known to trust.
It won't help the tonsillitis, so I'll give you the hot tip. So have to get a cuppa down to you, Kate, as we're at the ruck contest. And really nice tap there by Lynette. Being really impressed with how she's changed her game plan from that first quarter. As North Ringwood get it just on their half-back line. Looking for players. It's going to be 2-on-1 here. Attacking as Lynette stepping straight into it, throws on the boot. North Ringwood player in front. Oh, good mark there by Fairburn.
Boundary.
And we go boundary side. Kate Green.
Just to have Simon, assistant coach, with me. Simon, got to be happy with that for a second quarter, and what's the message moving forward?
Yeah, the players really listened to Jess's message at quarter time and really hunted the ball and didn't let them run, which is what we talked about, and finished off a few goals, which was fantastic. So more of the same in the second half. Fingers crossed this is going to go through. G's got it. Yep. Really great start to the third. Looking forward to the rest of the game.
Thanks very much, Simon.
Great call by Simon. He couldn't step onto the call team with that. That is a goal. Well done, Simon. Thank you very much for taking part and having a chat with us. That's 3 goals for Georgia Fairburn, and Mitcham are just starting as they left in that second quarter.
Thank you to the midi team for the umbrella.
I was about to say Lee Green, the knight in shining armour, taking down the umbrella.
Yes, you do well there, don't you? Well done.
So it is starting to come down a little bit here, which will make for a very interesting contest, that's for sure. It's 6-3, 39 Mitcham. The new scoreboard hasn't ticked over yet, but it's 6-3, 39 Mitcham. North Ringwood Red 3 straight 18. As back up in the middle we go. Matetic with the second dap down. Looking there for Abby Braunthal. It's Mitcham who have the numbers, but North Ringwood lock it up well.
The scoreboard must be running on a separate channel. They've finally just caught up. I thought they would all be on the same button. So well done to those lads in the score box there. That last goal was all Lynette's, probably from her ruck contest to her follow up work as well. So we start again. Tackle pressure applied there, but Deakin caught her as well. Throws on the boot though for North Ringwood in power. Falls just outside the half-forward line for North Ringwood. Power sort of hanging around it, trying to get it out on this commentary side. She had a little bit of space as well. Just needed to use that pace and a bit more Merley around it. Now in front, Lynette now wins it. Possibly could have got a free kick from that as well. Tetchage applies the tackling pressure, throws on the boot though. Bailey tried to pick it up, kicked it. Oh, falconed her own teammate. And it goes around just outside the 50 of the 45, sorry, here at Walker Park. And copped in the face there was Emily Kane. Just a misdirected kick. Lynette up in Matetic wins it though. Good tackling pressure, tries to keep it locked in, which she does. Lee's very concerned about this weather that's coming in. The tarps have come out for the commentary staff. Tapped on, Lynette through the right contest, falls out the back here, running onto it is DeMarco. DeMarco picks it up, throws on the boot, and kicks as far as she can. In front, O'Neill's got plenty of room, just needs clean bounce of the ball, but can't find it as that rain sort of trickles down on that far side. Makes a little bit of challenge to identify the players right on that far wing, Josh.
This is a free kick going to...
For head high.
So they look to go through the middle of the ground. There to Jasmine Thomas, who took the mark ahead of Jess Grace. Got a player all by herself. That player is Abby Braunthal, and she goes to her. Thomas took the mark ahead of her two Mitcham opponents in the end, Braunthal. Mitcham covering the ground well. As the short kick tries to find Bailey, who picks it up off the ground. Umpire circling and says, give it to me. After this ball tossed up right in the middle of Walker Park. The home of the Mitcham Football Club. They lead this Deakin Uni women's match of the round 39-18, and they get this clearance Holloway to Jess Grace. It's been a pretty common theme all day That outlet kick is inside 50. Fairbairn just pushed out her opponent. It falls out the back. Will she pick up the ball? Fairbairn, she does. Got a handball away. It's turned over though. And North Ringwood will attempt to clear. Bailey the outlet. It just evades her. Pradine's got a handball away. And with plenty of space is Brittany Wolf. Her kick is cut off. And North Ringwood have the chance to rebound as the rain starts to come down a little heavier.
It does, so that lead's probably going to help Mitcham at the moment. North Ringwood needing to find it forward, just through hand now on the boot. Bit of a foot race here in front with Harris. Harris trying to pick it up cleanly, hot on her tail, so is Fogarty. Tackling pressure applied. Now Mitcham just trying to get it out if they can. North Ringwood try to spin out of the tackle. And that rain is falling very heavy. Well done, Ellie Green, passing that umbrella to Kate. Should be very happy with that because it is coming down. That radar was lying to us slightly through hands there. Nice little handball from Bronthal, falls out the back. Now it's a little bit of a foot race. Fogarty just seeing it as it trickles out of the line, and that's the last touch. So Mitcham get the ball. We've played 5 minutes 30 in this third quarter. Mitcham leads 6-3-39 to North Ringwood 3 goals 8, and it is pelting down now. So that's going to make that lead, and that ball is going to be slippery from going on and going forward. So Mitcham, I'm even starting to get some rain in my face here, so maybe I might need an umbrella up here as well, which is a bit weird since we're under shelter on the far side of Walker Park. What was a beautiful day is just turned, and so it's going to change the way this game is played, and it's just a matter of pushing it forward, which Mitcham are trying to do, whether by boot or hand, and a free kick has been awarded to Mitcham.
So they get it in the centre of Park, out wide they look. I think that's Riley Holloway it is. Takes a bounce on the ground. Set sails inside 50. It falls out the front there for Darcy Allen, who couldn't take the mark. You can understand why. It's almost like a bar of soap, the footy now out here at Walker Park. They get a handball away to North Ringwood. Wolf around this ball, as is Holloway, wrapped up. An umpire will call for it. I have to say, Kate Green, you were doing a superb job resisting the rain.
I was going to say, how's the paper holding up? We need the digital version, the iPad possibly for stats next time, Kate.
I'm doing fine. I'm just wondering why, the runner hasn't run out a little bit of grippo for the players.
They definitely need it, Kate, because at the moment it's just trying to push it as forward as they can, and Mitcham are winning this contest. Grace picks it up and kicks it on the boot through hands, which is understandable as the ball just bobbles around down there. Cold snap has come through. Smoke from her breath as a talk at every moment here. Foot race, Curry trying to pick it up, but hard in these conditions. Hands over there. Mitcham still playing probably the cleaner footy out of North Ringwood as they throw it on the boot. Holloway just running after it. Will get beaten though by North Ringwood. Tackle pressure for Mitcham. Now it's just a bobbling ball. Matechic standing there, couldn't get it, was wanting it. Throws on the boot, but Mitcham back in, going to put it in towards their forward line. Good, strong mark there. Clean hands this time by Clark. We sort of said that gone through hands. She throws it on the boot. That's a big kick. Where's it going to bounce? And it goes to the left side of the goal. So Clark, we couldn't take a mark when it was sunny, but in the wet, loving it. Just took a really clean mark. Unfortunate she didn't get the goal there. As we're now packed in these stands, as everyone seeks shelter and coverage from the rain, except our boundary rider.
Little bit of a weather update. It's getting heavy.
Thank you. And your umbrella's sort of packing up on the right side, but it's holding on.
You're holding firm there, Kate Green, doing a magnificent job as always down on ground level. She's the only one that's braved these conditions, because literally everyone, they've either gone into the grandstand or into the new rooms out here. In the meanwhile, North Ringwood get this free kick, get a free kick in the middle of Walker Park. Centre half forward they go, try to kick it off the ground. They're Fogarty, got a kick anyway to Lynette. Just chucks it on the boot, looking for Madison Clark, who becomes the tackler, and it was a really good tackle at that. Madison Clark has been very lively in that forward half. She's got players calling for it. There's a loose for Mitcham. Instead goes in for the true centre half forward. Grace got it on the boot eventually. A tap out wide, and North Ringwood will clear their defensive lines. Matetic, the big target, couldn't reach her. Power lurking around this. Lynette managed to get a handball away. And getting the kick inside 50 or near 50, Jamie Messenger. It might fall out the back here for Riley Holloway, who could just go off the ground. There's an off-the-ball free kick. And it's
Boundary, we've got number 55 down for North Ringwood.
Yeah, it was a decent hit by Fairbairn. It was just the Shepherd, and probably just, ball had gone too far for that Shepherd to apply. I think if the ball was in reach, it would have been all right. But, feeling the effects of that one is Crombie. So she picks herself up. And deep in their back line, they just got to find these numbers and find this exit plan. So Mitcham are applying some really nice pressure in this third quarter, as they did in the second. Tackling ball just pushes it forward. Mitcham trying to keep it in here, possibly last touch.
Boundary.
And we go boundary side to Kate Green.
If it gets any heavier, I'm heading to one of the coaches' boxes.
Please do. You've done a great job down there thus far, so don't need to stay out there any longer. Matetic wins the tap. Possibly could have given away free. Now taking it on the player in the contest is Wolf. Oh, I thought she might have got a free kick, but no. Umpire says play on. Ball trickles out of bounds, so we're going to get a ball up just on this commentary side. Wing position. Lynette from behind now, takes in front, tap down. Mitcham just kicking it off the ground in frost, tries and picks up her own ball. Well done. That is good work there in these conditions. Now it bobbles around there. Neil's trying to be clean as well with her hands. Tackle pressure by Murley. North Ringwood throw it on the boot, but only as far as Messenger. Messenger inside 45, just at the top. North Ringwood got 3 players around it, but it falls over the backside, and now free kick awarded to North Ringwood.
Is it Deanna Crombie? It's held up well in defence as Crombie, as has North Ringwood for at least the last couple of minutes of this contest. They go down the line, balls out the back to Madison Clark. Inside 50 looking for Fairbairn, who got front position. Got the kick off the ground. Might get onto this loose ball. No, instead, it's Alison Knox, who looks like she's got the job there on Georgia Fairbairn. Umpire will call for it. 11.5 minutes gone, third quarter. Mitcham 6-4-40. North Ringwood 3 straight 18. Matetic didn't go up in ruck, but still got the clearance. Found her teammate, who got a handball away. It was too hot there for Ruby Crow. And Mitcham turned it over. The kick to true centre half forward is turned over in turn to North Ringwood. And they have players loose here. One of those players is Tegan McInerney. Her kick, the mark was dropped there by Samantha Kakamo. It falls out the back there for Meg Fogarty. Just got a handball away to green grass, and it's turned over to Tegan McInerney, who just put it onto the boot. Harris was around that ball, as was Katarina Curry, who looks like she's been thrown up forward. And the free kick, last possession rule going in the favour of Mitcham, and it looks like it's Mixerong, goes down the line, turns it over though. Getting the kick away there is Ruby Crow. It might go all the way through. It was further out than the Riley Holloway goal. It would have still been just as spectacular, but it's still a behind for North Ringwood. 3-1-19, the Saints.
And that's their first score since the 14-minute mark of the first quarter. Unfortunately, it's a behind for North Ringwood, so just struggling to find that option up forward. Now Mitcham clearing it out over the back of heads here. Good bouncing ball, tries to throw it on the boot. Was Bailey, but got tackled, and that's holding the ball. So Clark doing plenty in this third quarter. Pink boots stand out, and she kicks it straight into the centre. Good running play there for Kasari. Throws hands. Can they find the running player of her teammate in O'Dwyer? But unfortunately not. Tackling pressure applied there by North Ringwood. Now Mitcham, and the umpire says I'll have it straight in the centre of the ground. Lynette Matetic, the ruck contest. I've loved seeing today. Been great. Picked up on the boot there was Bailey, but couldn't get it any further. And then it's straight into the Mitcham player's shin. So now North Ringwood trying. Now Bailey tries again, but tackles, loses the ball, and then applies her own tackle. And the umpire says, I'll have it played 14 minutes into this third quarter. Mitcham 6-4-40. North Ringwood 3-1-19. The old new scoreboard system still struggling a little bit as hands go on, but a nice line of defence there. Homo.
Boundary.
Go boundary side, Kate Green.
The rain has eased.
And it's pleasing to see, and hopefully that will allow for a few more goals on North Ringwood's side as they need to start getting a little bit of a move on, Josh.
They need to, wouldn't mind a goal, potentially even from this next passage of play, as McInerney started to get back into the contest. They just get it inside 50 now to a one-on-one, and that one player for North Ringwood is Shannon Harris. Gets hands on this ball now, turns around, goes to the top of the goal square. Very dangerous spot because there's two North Ringwood players, but doing really well to lock it up. Samantha Kakamo, and there's a push in the back, free kick. So there is this opportunity for North Ringwood, and it's going to go to Katarina Curry. I know the new players to footy and to the North Ringwood women's side from directly in front, about 20 metres out, and go straight through the middle. Big goal there for North Ringwood. Their first since the 14-minute mark of that first quarter. 4-1-25 the Saints. Mitcham 6-4-40. 15.5 minutes gone, third quarter, Scott.
Yeah, thanks, Josh. Yeah, that's exactly what they need. And like I said, just finding that scoring option still within the contest. Only 2 goals behind. So that's where can they find sort of that, I guess, that free-flowing play that sort of led towards that goal. It's obviously good pressure there. They had numbers. Really nice centred ball there by Harris as well to give that goal. So we're back in the centre. Good attack at Lynette smashes it down straight to Holloway. Holloway trying to pick it up. Just can't get clean hands around it as that ball bobbles around through the wet conditions. Obviously, the rain has eased a bit, but ball and ground definitely copped a soak, so take a while to dry out. Lynette taps it down, just punched as far as she can now. Foot race on here, 2-on-1 here for Mitcham. Great pick up there by Mitcham, throws on the boot messenger. Now Fairbairn trying to win it over by Knox. She might win out Knox. Well done. Got it. Now running out. How far though? Just kicks on the boot. Straight in front now though, and taking the mark there, Lynette. Lynette has to stay in the votes today, I reckon. Oh, yeah. Throws on the boot again, Dwyer, one of them. Clark, I mean. Clark throws it on, tries just to stab at it, only goes probably 5 metres and falls at feet. The umpire will probably say that's mine as stacks on. And we get a ball up.
I'm going to add as well, Katarina Curry, that goal was actually her first goal in senior women's footy, I believe. So terrific achievement there for her. It's in the meanwhile, it's in Mitcham's forward 45 out here. As the ball just fumbles around, North Ringwood get it clear, looking there for Khalees Freeney, falls out the back. Mitcham have the numbers. Riley Holloway was around that ball but couldn't lay hands on it. There's going to be a ball up in the middle of Walker Park. 17 minutes gone. Mitcham 6-4-40. North Ringwood 4-1-25 in this Deakin Uni women's match of the round. First time the Tigers and the Saints have met as the umpire calls for that ball to be tossed up again. Lynette, the big tap from behind. Her teammate runs onto the ball and is given a push in the back. Indeed, free kick there.
Murley straight into the back, unfortunately. Onto Messenger, I think.
I'm guessing it is Jamie Messenger. She goes inside 50, play parked in the hole for North Ringwood. And the Saints get this chance to rebound from defensive 45.
Thanks, Josh. 45 and 50, it throws us off a little bit. And just rather with you go with the 50. But anyway, Mitchell, good tackle for North Ringwood there. Well done. Great tackling pressure, yeah, got to say, Josh.
At least Mitcham are honest with their 45-metre marks.
They are very honest. And North Ringwood trying to get out. They just can't get it sort of past this wing side. Strong mark in front for Mitcham. Grace throws it on the boot. Big kick. Murley tries to mark it, but it just slips through hands. Now North Ringwood again just throwing it on the boot. Trying to mark in front was O'Neill. Couldn't get it. And that's going to be the contest today. It's just probably those missed opportunities through marks. Obviously, these conditions don't help North Ringwood currently. So they need to find the goal. And that jumps but falls back. North Ringwood now trying to get it into the centre for that running player, but they just can't find the space. Mitcham all over them around these ruck contests.
It's all through Hannah Lynette doing a terrific job. She didn't get that tap down. It's Holloway bustling her way through. Got to kick away. Her teammate can't take clean possession and is wrapped up. An umpire will call for it. A minute left in this third quarter. The Tigers lead by 15 points as Matecic didn't win that rock contest. Again, it was Lynette. And Messenger is wrapped up, not going anywhere against her North Ringwood opponents. And the ball will be tossed up, same spot as before. Matecic, it's sharked there by Pregame. Got the kick inside 50. Grace around this, got a handball away to Madison Clark. Has plenty of space to get the shot on goal, but to the right. In the end, it was good pressure from North Ringwood. And it's just a minor score, 41-25, 30 seconds left in this third quarter.
Yeah, they've been really good down back North Ringwood. Their defence has held up strong in what's been, you know, very big pressure from Mitcham, and we spoke about that pre-game, just there, sort of both sides defence, you know, leaking goals a little bit, but they've really held it down well in probably what could have been more scoring shots. As we get this siren at the end of the third quarter, Mitcham leads 6-5. 41. The new scoreboard has finally caught up to North Ringwood 4-1-25. It was a low-scoring contest in that third quarter with only 2 goals, one to Fairburn and one to Curry, and that was pleasing to see for North Ringwood finally having a score from the first quarter.
It'll be interesting to see if they can continue that as we go down to Cape Green on the boundary.
Interesting quarter, that third quarter. Clearances 5-2 Mitcham way. Inside 50s 4-3 Mitcham's way. Intercept marks 2-1 Mitcham's way. Tackles 8-13 North Ringwood's way. Inside 50s 6-2 Mitcham's way, and free kicks to Mitcham 1.
Thank you there to Kate Green. She is definitely rivaling Paulie Kaine on the stats, I reckon, Kate Green. I'll keep saying it, but we're certainly going to be in for a pretty interesting final quarter, especially if North Ringwood get that first goal in the early stages, Scott.
Yeah, like I said, I really want to see Kate Green with a digital sort of iPad really step into the 21st century. I like that.
Gentlemen, I am never going to replace the legend that is Paul O'Connor. I will, Paul, I have even greater respect for what he does.
Yeah, that's okay. You can just replace the clipboard with an iPad in these rainy conditions. I'm surprised the ink hasn't started to run.
I'm prone to drop the clipboard, so I don't think Lee'd appreciate giving me a tablet only to keep dropping it.
No, that's fair. I like your honesty. But yeah, look, it's been an interesting contest, and it's just hard now that, you know, the conditions, obviously a bit of rain still floating about, and it's just trying to find those options. But good for North Ringwood in that third quarter to stop Mitcham scoring. Obviously, we saw in the second quarter they'd scored 3 goals. They'd scored that one just before the end of the first quarter. So to lock it down as well as they have, because I felt that Mitcham again was still applying that pressure that quarter in that third quarter.
That were.
You know, so I think for North Ringwood, that's something that they can take a really big positive out of for that third quarter. Scoring the goal, keeping it even in that, in that contest. It's just now, how do they get that lead back and get back in front?
Quickly, boundary.
Boundary side to Kate Green.
Number 24 that came off for Mitcham in that incident, I think at the end of, near the end of, well, partway through quarter 2, she's now back on the field for this quarter.
Which is great to see. Great to see her back on the field there, Paige Frost. Quick break. When we return, we'll bring you the final quarter of action out here in the Deakin Uni women's match of the round between Mitcham and North Ringwood Red. Welcome back. Deakin Uni women's match of the round. Mitcham up against North Ringwood Red. The Tigers lead 6-5-41 to 4-1-25. Kate Green, I believe, is boundary side near the North Ringwood huddle. And we'll cross down to
I'm just trying to persuade Rachel to come out from underneath the coach's box. Rachel, that goal, you just need to jump out here. We can't get that goal in the third. Was really needed. What's the message for the girls going forward?
Yeah, I think that really lifted the girls' spirits, and I think we just needed that goal to bring everyone up. So it really just to keep attacking the ball, keep the pressure up, high pressure, and just keep going. We've got 20 more minutes, so that's all we ask is 20 more minutes of effort.
Thanks very much, Rachel. All the best.
Thank you to Kate Green, braving the conditions or braving the elements in that third quarter as we all set for the final quarter of action in the women's match of the round. It's Scott Hardy to get us underway.
Techic and Lynette at it again. Tap down, nice tap down. Holloway just puts on the foot, can pick it up as she runs past, but Grace picks it up instead. Hands out there to Wolf. Wolf throws on, but only goes straight to the North Ringer player. Good tackling pressure there by Clark. Couldn't get the free kick. The umpire's happy to play it on. Bodies fall at it now. You'd have to say that's a ball up.
I have to say on Madison Clark as well, just briefly, she's definitely got my votes as well. I've been impressed with her effort in the forward line.
She has, and good use there. Grace in front. Holloway picks it up. Can't get it out. Trying to. Grace using that front position and trying to use that body work up and under. Holloway picks it up, throws it on the boot. Which way is it going to bounce? Fairbairn chasing after it. Can't get it. Goes through for a minor behind there for Mitcham. Takes it to 6-6-42 to North Ringwood 4-1-25. So definitely had the score in the contest. So we go boundary side with Kate Green.
Hi guys, I've got Simon with me. Simon, a bit of a quiet quarter for you.
Yeah, a very even quarter. North Ringwood obviously came to play. They must have got a rev at half time. And yeah, it was a really tight quarter. So our girls are hanging in there. Looking forward to hopefully finishing this off really well. Jess has been saying we need to take the territory, make the most of our opportunities, and keep the pressure right up for the last quarter.
All the best, Simon, and thanks very much.
Thanks, Kate, and thank you, Simon, again for your time. Great insight, and yeah, they've just got to use that sort of space, and they're trying to punch it as far as she can. Tried to use the body there, but Matecic wins it to the ruck, but Messenger gets it for Mitcham. Hands bobbling around. Where's the ball going to build to 2? Just goes to the North Ringer player and gets tackled by 3. Josh.
So ball up, right where we all started, in the middle of Walker Park. Matecic, the big fist forward. Mitcham shark the tap and get a high free kick as well. Messenger really stepped it up in this second half in midfield as Jamie Messenger throws it on the boot immediately because she's got a couple of players loose. Falls out the back there for Paige Frost. Got it to Riley Holloway inside 50. They're looking for Fairbairn. It's Knox who got front position, done really well on Fairbairn and gets away from her. Takes the game on and goes straight through the spine. It's Matecic applying the shepherd. Her North Ringwood teammate getting the handball away, but they can't keep control of the ball. Lynette bursting away, got a kick away, but it was smothered, and it falls out for North Ringwood. There's a big pack that's forming around this ball now. Mitcham applying good pressure, but North Ringwood managed to tap it out in their defensive half. Have to become the tackler there now on Kaylee Oates-Wire, who manages to get a handball away. Umpire calls play on. Bailey, an outlet, got the kick away. They're looking for Tegan McInerney. It nearly got to Katarina Curry, who didn't apply the tackle. It was McInerney who's applied a couple of tackles, and there's a holding free kick, and it's going in the direction of the Tigers.
Which they have. So played just over 3 minutes 30. Up and under kick in front there for North Ringwood was Ronthal, but she just couldn't get clean hands of it. O'Dwyer just pushes, Holloway just pushes through. I'll get that right. Got O'Dwyer a few times. Clark tackles pressure there. Wolf tries to pick it up, which she does. Good tackle though there by McInerney. Now Mitcham just trying to find that space. Can they get that forward? But no, North Ringwood, good mark there. Umpire says play on. I thought DeMarco took enough of it and long enough there. So now a bit of a foot race against Grace and DeMarco, can she get it? She does. Well done. Good composure there by Grace, which you'd expect. Through Lynette, can't get now onto Messenger. Big second half she's had. No, through legs now. Where's it going to bounce? Clark trying to pick it up cleanly, but can't get it. Yes, she does. She gets it back, but good tackle by North Ringwood. You have to pay that for Neil. She goes, throws it on the boot. Now it's a bit of a foot race. Cesare can't pick it up. Now more applying pressure by North Ringwood, and we get a stoppage just inside Mitcham's forward 45.
It's almost the pressure cooker out here at Walker Park. It's inside Mitcham's forward 45 as Grace with the tap down. Will Neil get onto us? It's Fairbairn that does. Got to kick off the ground to Grace in the end. Fairbairn got to play her all by herself. Got the shot on goal, but it's intercepted. Indiana Crombie, again a good game in defence alongside Aisha DeMarco and all the North Ringwood defence. As her kick, as I say that, is intercepted by Grace. Drifting to the right, nearly snuck through. It's just a minor one, a handy point.
Boundary.
3 straight goals, the margin 43-25 as we cross down to Kate Graham.
Tackles this quarter so far are 3-2 North Ringwood way, so they really are applying the pressure.
Thank you, Kate. Knox kicks it out, but it only goes as far as Holloway. Holloway outside the 45, so going to be too far now, trying to find Fairbairn in the lead, but no, puts a bit up and under, going to go over the back of her head. Grace tries to take a mark, but got the spare player down the back there for Crombie. The North Ringwood and just clears it out onto the far side. Bit of a foot race with O'Neill there. O'Neill trying to pick it up clean. There's about 4 Mitcham players around it. If they can get it into the centre, it'll look good for Mitcham, but trickles out of bounds, and the umpire says, I'll have it. As we played 5 minutes 40 into this last quarter, 6-7, 43 to 4-1, 25. Mitcham have definitely found the scoreboard and had that scoring pressure. Yeah, just North Ringwood just need a few clean, quick goals. The umpire says, I'll have it. Doesn't go much further. Ruck contest back at it. Matetic, Lynette. Matetic used the body, blocks that run, and the free kick awarded to Lynette. It's just that use of the blockage there. So she's worked her way around it, Lynette. So we've spoken about that. Don't want to harp on, but yeah, she's probably won the ruck battle thus far. Kicks it, up and under kick. Where's it going to go? Who's in front? Good, strong mark there by Fairbairn. Bit of push and shove there with Knox. She's done a good job on her, but takes a strong mark. Nearly on the mark, but it's going to be a tough kick. She's on a really tight angle here on the far pocket for Mitcham. So she's kicked a goal in every quarter thus far. Check side, snaps around, and what a goal. She cannot miss at the moment, Georgia. Puts another one for Mitcham, and then makes it 7 to 4 goals 1. She is kicking everything at the moment, no matter which angle you put. That was a very, very good kick.
That is now 20 goals for the season, or 29 goals this season now for Georgia Fairbairn. She was the Division 1 leading goal kicker in 2022, and she's proving why. That was then, of course, with Ringwood. She's been a star since joining Mitcham last season. We've played 7 minutes. That's a crucial first goal of this final quarter for Mitcham. Maybe slightly out of reach now for North Ringwood. As back up in the middle we go. Wolf trying to get away from a couple of North Ringwood opponents. Couldn't. Umpire calls for a secondary ball up. Matetic, the tap down. Holloway, the shark. Couldn't get the handball away, was under good pressure, and umpire will call for it. Just quickly, some scores around the grounds. In Premier Division, there's a bit of a surprise happening at Vermont Recreation Reserve. Vermont lead 31-20 against South Belgrave, so potentially 2 in a row for the Eagles after losing their first 5 games. In the meanwhile, North Ringwood moved this ball forward of centre for them. They're not going anywhere through Amelia O'Neill. Just chasing up some other scores as my team sheet nearly goes flying away. The North Ringwood Div 1 side lead against Knox, 32-30 out there at Knox Gardens Reserve.
That's a close game.
It is a very close game as this ball's not going anywhere, and we'll get a ball up.
Thanks, Josh. Rain seems to be staying away this quarter, which is pleasing. And Racks go at it. Net and just an up and under for both of them. Matechi tries to tackle the pressure there. It's just bobbling around as it falls out. Picks up Murley. Just couldn't get it cleanly out to her teammates. So the umpire says, I'll have it. So we get a Slight lull as Netchich, nice tap to go forward, trying to run onto it was Bailey, but just couldn't get it clean. Which is probably just the battle of North Ringwood today. Tap forward there by Bailey. She's going after everything at the moment. Mitcham just throw it on the boot. Only goes as far as McInerney. Tackling pressure again. North Ringwood player there in Crombie. She takes the ruck contest. Lynette really used the knee there. Holloway just tries to barge her way through. Doesn't have it. She'll get a free kick. And the umpire pointed the wrong direction for the free kick, but definitely hers. She didn't have the ball. She got rid of it fairly. So right in the centre, square here. So put Mitcham back in to their attacking forward 45. Merely trying in front there, but player out the back for North Ringwood. Got the spare on this close side in Curry, but ignores her. Just looks to the centre, bounces off the chest of Freeney. Now forward in. Oh, good mark in front there by Neil. It's required because Grace was about to take that. And Neil plays on, kicks it in front. Oh, bobbling ball, good spoil there for Deeperdeans. Bouncing now, taps Mitcham, good smart play. Now North Ringwood use that tapping form through Bronthal. Can't get it, so Mitcham get it through Wolf. Wolf hands it in towards the centre, tackling, bouncing ball. Murley again, we've called her so much today. She's been really good for North Ringwood as tackles are applied. And that's a nice strong tackle by O'Dwyer.
I was about to say, she's probably been North Ringwood's best as Olivia Murley in ruck. It was early stages differently, Tamara Matetic, but Murley has just put in a full quarter effort. Braunthal has also made her way into the contest as there's a holding free kick going to Mitcham and to Hannah Lynette. I'd say at this stage, I reckon she's my best on ground as she gets the kick inside 50, looking for Grace, flew, just fell over the top of her. North Ringwood have the numbers on the ground. They get the ball clear from defence. Not for long though. Frost intercepted. Got a handball out. The kick off the ground will nearly be cut off by North Ringwood. They get this ball now through the Saints and move it forward to Charlie Power, who became the tackler alongside Stevie Bailey.
I tell you, Crombie's new to the club. She stepped into the ruck contest, and Lynette is just at every contest, just throwing that knee, and she's feeling the pinches of it now into Grace. But good tap down by Grace and good effort there by Crombie. North Ringwood trying to go through centre, spun around without it, but no, umpire says play on. Slight chicken wing sort of tackle there, but by Kane, but umpire says again, I'll have it. So, Crombie can't win it. Grace over the top of her. Messenger or player is in pain down there. As you could hear it on the effects mic, and there's a bit of a stoppage as
it's Murley.
Number 17.
Yeah, it's Murley. So she's back up. Just obviously felt it initially, and umpires, she's just taking a moment. The trainer's trying to get out to her, but where the ball is, they can't get to her. She's up and about, but they'll probably get her off. Just have a look as it bounces through hands over there, through Harris, trying to get it forward, which she does. She kicks it on through to Power. Power trying to pick it up. Can't get it. Yes, she can. Now she's got it. Snap on the boot, and that's a goal for North Ringwood. Charlie Power kicked one in the first, now the second, and we said she needs to step up when Harris isn't scoring the goals.
And that's exactly what she's done. That's 5 goals now in the last 2 weeks for Charlie Power, really starting to up her game. As North Ringwood, it's still an 18-point margin, 5-1-31. Mitcham 7-7-49, 12.5 minutes gone, final quarter. Some scores around the grounds just quickly. Berwick lead against Montrose, 4-5-29 to 2-4-16. And a pretty interesting Division 2 clash out at Edwin Flack Reserve as up they go in the middle again. Grace up in ruck this time, tried to take it out, but instead the tap forward from Olivia Murley, who's well and truly recovered. An umpire will call for this ball once again. Just trying to find some other scores around the grounds. A final score from Wanturna South, the Basin game. Wanturna South 53 to the Basin 6. So a big response there from the Devils after losing their last 2 games. That is a Wanturna South as they, in the meanwhile, Mitcham get this ball out wide. It's Riley Holloway. Tried to take on a North Ringwood opponent, couldn't. She tries to take on 2. But don't let her escape North Ringwood. And we get this ball tossed up. 6.5 minutes left in this final quarter. Mitcham lead, 49-31.
Grace felt a bit of a knock in that last ruck contest, but won it tidy there and tackled away afterwards by Crombie. But forward now, North Ringwood just trying to get it out through centre. It just falls straight through O'Neill's hands, unfortunately. Still probably wouldn't have been paid a mark, didn't go that far. She makes a strong tackle. So it's just that ruck contest at the moment. Crombie still going out of it. Grace getting the points again. So throws on the boot. Slight push in the back there by Clark, but umpire didn't see it, just on the wrong side. Oh, good big tackle. Umpire says play on, and players sort of looked for a moment, but they said no, there was enough in it. So yeah, on this side, Clark probably could have given away the free kick, but yeah, umpire blindsided on that far side. Crombie again now has another ruck contest against Lynette, so no stop for her at the moment. I don't know if Matetic is just on the bench. She is, and just looking on. Probably need her back in the ruck contest. There's a big jump by Lynette. Done for Crombie stepping into this position at the moment, but yeah, Mitcham getting it forward at every opportunity, whereas Ringwood need it to go the other way. And the umpire says, I'll have it.
Quickly a score from Knox Gardens. Less than 4 minutes left. North Ringwood lead 38-33. A close finish out there at Knox Gardens. Potentially at least one North Ringwood team will win. In the meanwhile, North Ringwood clear from the stoppage. Tegan McInerney, who's shown plenty of promise in patches, goes to Charlie Power. There's going to be a downfield free kick. They wanted to take advantage, the North Ringwood coaches, but they're not. It's still going to be a free kick downfield to Charlie Power. Got a player calling for it in the middle, and Jasmine Thomas instead just decides to thump it down the line. Intercepted there. Megan Fogarty, solid as solid in defence. Has been Megan Fogarty is looking for Holloway. She couldn't take the mark, affected the contest, and gave away the free kick to Olivia Murley. Definitely been North Ringwood Reds best on ground, shown plenty of promise. Onto her left, looking there for Stevie Bailey, just got over the top of her Mitcham opponent and took the mark. Bailey immediately plays on. Charlie Powers out the back. There's plenty of North Ringwood around this. Power lays hands on this ball, turns it over though, and the Tigers can rebound. Oh, it's a kick, is a bit of a good kick in the end to Madison Clark, who becomes the tackler on Bailey. Umpire will call for this ball up.
Yeah, good tackle there by Clark. The ball just sort of fell short, but still continued that momentum to take it on. So Bailey back into the ruck for North Ringwood. Messenger throws it on the boot, but in front is in Thomas, but it fell through hands. Big tackle applied there. The umpire says, I'll have it. So we get a ball up, played 16 minutes, 50. Time is ticking, and they just need to get this forward. Intention finally back into that ruck contest, but Mitcham won it through hands. It's running out to the back there. Hit the Heppel, couldn't get it. Now falls towards feet of Mitcham in Cesari, but just keep moving that momentum forward, Mitcham, at every opportunity that they can. And the umpire says, I'll have it, as DeMarco gets tackled. Matetic taps it, good win here. Now they're on through Kane. Kane kicks it, but in front. Strong mark there for Mitcham. Rivera kicks it to Messenger. Really good second half for Messenger.
It has been. Stood up in midfield, has Jamie Messenger, one of the newer players, to the Mitcham lineup. Short ball, she goes to Brittany Wolfe. Just looked to chip it around with 2.5 minutes left. Holloway's all by herself. Goes in that direction. It falls out the back for her. Just managed to get a bird onto the ball. Grace now with this ball in hand. Inside 50. Couldn't take the mark. Rebecca Heppel. It falls for North Ringwood's favour. The smart tap forward from Aisha DeMarco. Turns it over though. And Madison Clark takes the mark and can go back and kick what would be her second goal. She has kicked the three behinds though, Madison Clark, so she could have definitely have as many goals as Georgia Fairbairn. Who've been a star in that forward line as Clark, as she comes in now. 3 North Ringwood players on the line, and it's touched through. Mitcham 7-8-50. North Ringwood 5-1-31. 18.5 minutes gone, final quarter.
And knocks the last line of defence. And again, she's been very good for North Ringwood down in the back line. Like I said, it's spent a lot of time down there and loves to take it on, run through here. Now it's just finding a clean kick. Bailey just can't get it, just slips around, ball bounces, trickles around. Messenger in front, nearly goes over the fence and says get out of the crowd while she's down there. So attacked the ball really well in the second half, Messenger. Techic doing the ruck work. Now use the body, good tap there by Lynette, picks it up one hand, throws on the boot, well done. Great out back, Grace all on her own, just can't get the bounce of the ball, now tries to shepherd round Clark on the snap of the right boot and gets a goal. If you don't mind. Madison Clark kicking another one. So well done for Mitcham. That's probably more than enough, as that's 19 minutes, 30 seconds ticked over in the fourth quarter here at Walker Park. Deserved that goal.
She did. That's 2 goals now for Madison Clark as well. 2 goals, 3 in the. She'll probably end up with. There's less than 10 seconds left. As the Mitcham players move into position now. Matechic up against Lynette. It'll start as it'll finish as it started out here in the middle of Walker Park. And that's all she wrote in the Deakin Uni women's match of the round. The Tigers getting back on the winners list. 8-8-56. North Ringwood 5-1-31, the final score out here. The goal kickers for Mitcham, Georgia Fairbairn with 4, 1 in each quarter. Madison Clark and Riley Holloway with 2 each. For North Ringwood, they were led by Charlie Power with 2 goals. Singles to Katarina Curry, Shannon Harris and Tegan McInerney. A really entertaining contest though. Mitcham, I feel like it was just that second quarter in the end where they were able to break free and get their 3rd win on the board for season 2024, Scott.
Yeah, they were, and that's right, Josh. Like, I think just that sort of towards that end of that first quarter, then from there, probably that second quarter. But again, sort of 16 scoring shots to 6. You know, again, Mitcham, if they kick straight, it makes the scoreboard even probably look worse than what it could have been, sort of thing. But like I said, really, I think North Ringwood take credit from their back line. They stood up, and obviously the ball was coming in there more than enough. And I thought there was obviously standouts for their back line, and they have to be proud of that. I think it changed obviously as well in that, like I said, in that ruck contest. I think that first sort of 10 minutes, Techic really had the upper hand, and then from that point onwards, it really was to Mitcham's credit. As we go boundary side with Kate Green.
I just have great Jess Grace here. Congratulations, Grace. I mean, Jess. Sorry, I've lost the plot.
She gets the headset on now. Jess, congratulations on the victory. Must be pretty happy to get that 3rd win on the board for season 2024.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been working hard towards it, so it's nice to be able to get it on the board.
And there were plenty of standout players today. Obviously, Georgia Fairbairn up forward. Yourself, you had a great game. Riley Holloway. Who really stood out to you?
I think it was a great team effort. I think we fought hard for the footy all day, so to be able to get up and G obviously getting on the scoreboard a fair bit today, so you can't go past her. But, you know, we had the ball through the middle and we were able to get the ball moving.
And Jess, you're obviously pleased your defence has held up today. We spoke on pre-game to Simon just about your backline sort of has leaked a few goals sort of throughout the season, but it's obviously that readjustment and sort of shutting it down. And they really struggled to get it past your centre line. Yeah,
absolutely. I think we've lost a few from our backline. So for the girls to be able to stand up and fill those holes, and you know, they've just proven week in, week out that we are a sort of a defensive end that are able to shut down the attacking side. So really, really proud of those girls.
Well, Jess, your team is going into the room, so we better let you go and sing this song. It's a well-earned singing of the song. Congratulations on the victory. Good luck for the rest of the season.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you to Jess Grace and Rachel Icone joining us now from the sidelines.
Hi guys, I've got Rachel with me.
Thank you, Kate. Commiserations on the loss, Rachel, but you must be really proud with the effort that the girls put in for the entire 4 quarters.
Yeah, definitely. The message at the start of the game was just to fight each quarter out, give 20 minutes each quarter. We've struggled a little bit the last few games, just kind of dropping it second quarter or third quarter, but I think the girls fought really hard every quarter, so yeah, I'm really proud of them. And to be honest, the outcome although it wasn't our way, I'm still really happy with how they played out the game.
And the defence in particular standing up in that second half. Who were some of the players that stood out to you the most in today's game for your side?
I think definitely Marley down half back. She just has great interceptive marks. She reads the ball really well, so she took a few really good marks. I think Liv in the midfield, she was great all game, just really competitive. And I think down the forward, Charlie, she kicked 2 and she just competes and she has a great run on her, which is a really good advantage to us. So, yeah, I think those 3 were outstanding today.
I think for you guys, like, your backline was exceptional today. It obviously came in quite thick and fast. You know, you had Alison Knox sort of running off the backline. I thought she was a standout for you. But I think you have to be proud of that effort of the girls down back. It's been something that obviously we've spoken about. We said to you pre-game sort of thing about, you know, just the ball, finding those scoring options and shutting them down sort of thing. But I thought you did a really good job of shutting Mitcham down through there.
Yeah, definitely. And I think Mitcham have a really strong forward line, so got to give it to them. They're really hard at the ball. They have some great marking options. So yeah, they were just great today. So hands to them. Well done.
Well, Rachel, commiserations on the loss. We better let you go. It's still a terrific performance, and we look forward to seeing what North Ringwood, the Division 3 side, can continue to do this season.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you to Rachel Ikone. Thank you to Kate Green on the boundary, to Simon Greeley throughout the contest and in pre-game as well, and for Jess Grace for giving their time throughout the contest. That unfortunately does us for the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round. Scott,
Great call, guys.
thank you very much, Kate.
Thank you for being down there, Kate, in the hardest conditions.
You did a terrific job, Kate Green. Always, as Blake Tennant says, and as I'll keep on saying, the best in the business down on ground level. But Scott Hardy, it's been an absolute pleasure calling alongside you. We need to do this more often.
We do, Josh. It's been a great game. I've really enjoyed the contest, and like I said, I was really impressed with both sides in obviously different ways. You know, I think Mitcham with the win, exceptional. Like we said, we thought it was going to be a close contest. They obviously had a lot more of the ball, but I was just as impressed with North Ringwood's defence, and that's where you're going to win games, in your back line, making sure they hold up.
Definitely. The Tigers getting the 4 points here. They'll be on the Eastland Match of the Round. Don't forget to tune into that. First versus third in Division 1, Mitcham against Park Orchards. So, live streaming on Facebook and YouTube, and of course on 98.1 Radio Eastern FM from 1:15. For now, though, I've been Joshua. Thank you for tuning in to the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time after the King's birthday bye.